Thank you for joining me for lesson 161 of our daily Sefer HaMitzvos study. And today we're covering the consumption of sacrificial flesh, particularly of sin and guilt offerings. And this first one, since some of these are a little bit more involved and I don't want to forget anything or misstate anything, I'm going to do a little reading here. Hopefully that's okay with you. So the first mitzvah, by the way, positive mitzvah 89, and then negative mitzvah 145, and negative mitzvah 149, or 148, depending on the list. Some traditions have it in a slightly different spot. So the first mitzvah is the consumption of sacrificial flesh. It says in Exodus 29:33, they shall eat the sacrifices which the atonement was made. So what this means is that the actual eating of the sin and guilt offerings by the Kohanim is actually part of the atonement, and this also goes for certain other sacrifices and the truma. So there are two types of sacrifices. So we've said there's four sacrifices in total for big categories, but there are two types of sacrifices as far as holiness goes. There are holy of holies, and there are holy sacrifices, kodshim. So examples of holy of holies are the sin and guilt offerings. Examples of holy offerings are the peace offerings and the firstborn animal. So the former class of sacrifices must be eaten by male priests only. That's Kodesh Kodeshim, the Holy of Holies. Can only be eaten by male priests only on the day when the sacrifice was offered or the night that it follows it. The latter class, the holy ones, not the Holy of Holies, those can be eaten by priests and their wives and children until nightfall the day following the offering of the sacrifice, with the exception of the Thanksgiving offering and the Nazir ram, the ram of the Nazarite, which though they are holy of holy class, they share the more stringent time restriction of Holy of Holies. All right, now into the two negative commandments for today. Consuming offerings outside of their prescribed boundaries. And we're talking about actual physical boundaries, not the boundaries of time. So Deuteronomy 12:17 says, you may not eat within your gates. So it's forbidden, even for a priest, to consume of the flesh of a sin or guilt offering outside the temple courtyard. Similarly, it's forbidden for anyone to consume of the flesh of other sacrifices outside the walls of Jerusalem. And finally, last mitzvah, a non-priest partaking of the holiest sacrifices. Exodus 29:33 says, but a stranger shall not eat of them because they are holy. And in this case, the word stranger doesn't mean what it may mean in certain other circumstances. Here, the word stranger means any non-priest. So someone who's coming from outside the camp of the priests may not eat of the Holy of Holies sacrifices. And example for that, which is the flesh of the sin offering. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. And after Shabbos, with God's help, we will study the mitzvahs for Saturday and Sunday. And the ones for Shabbos, we have 6 mitzvahs dealing with the peace offering and various other laws of offerings. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day in every way. Bye bye. Good Shabbos.